It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff show. It is 6:04. And you know what? I was having a discussion with my fiance, Baby Hands, and my kiddo, who I call the Bambine, and they asked me about the ice cream scoop analogy, something you often do when we do opening audio.
Yeah,
Jeff.
well, that's because it's stupid.
No, that's
Yes.
no, it's not stupid.
Yeah.
You know what? And I figured I would give an explanation because I thought to myself, you know what?
Listen,
We've been here almost a year, and I haven't given you an explanation as to why these are ice cream scoops.
Okay, and folks, let me walk you through this. This had no explanation. There was none. And last night he has conjured up something to continue this charade of whatever he's putting together for you. This was made up either 20 minutes ago or last night.
We were laying in bed.
Last night as you can't fall asleep and you're powering through the awful debate. And so whatever happens, go ahead. So why do you call it what it is?
Well, here's the thing. The debate, we'll get into it in the JNN. It just was, he said, she said, it was a whatever. This is a fun show. We'll talk about it, but not, in the JNN. But I thought to myself, why do I refer to the opening audio that's coming up after Bob Seger as ice cream scoops? And I thought, 3 tiny, sweet treats to start your day, because maybe you're like Glenn and you're on your way to the plant. You only have the 15 minutes to listen to the Rizzo and Jeff show, so I want to give you some sweet treats. So I call them scoops.
What a crock of crap you just came up with there. What a lie. You just made it up on the spot. And it wasn't even good. I made it up on the spot. It wasn't good.
You don't think I talked about this?
No, I don't think you did. I think the kid asked you something, you said something, and then, and then this morning you've conjured it up. And we're spending a little too much time listening to you tell a tall tale to the folks. So just play them the audio clips after Bob Seger.
All right, here's your sweet scoops.
Yeah, they're next. Yeah, we got it.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. The Rizzo and Jeff show on your radio, 6:09. And now that you understand why we have scoops of ice cream as audio, I think we should just get right to it, huh? Opening audio. We are just scooping away.
Glad you're well-versed in it now. Let's do it.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Now, this makes me happy because I'm a diabetic. And us diabetics, we don't get a lot of love. And to see something sweet, it makes a diabetic's heart flutter a little bit. Although that could be dangerous.
Diabetics don't get a lot of love?
They don't. When's the last time you heard diabetic love?
Okay.
So you can't answer.
Well, I didn't know there was a particular thing that there needs to be diabetic love.
Well, there's love for, football players. There's love for this. Nobody says, how's a diabetic guy doing?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear that this video went viral. This is of a father who is singing to his baby, and the only way that she stops crying is if he sings the Jardiance song. For those of you who don't know, that's a medication for diabetics.
Yeah.
So,
Type 2.
So here is dad singing to his daughter.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance at each day's start.
Oh, because she wants to keep it hearing.
See, she loves it. She just wants to keep them here, singing about Jardiance, Jeff. This is the love. This is the image that we need to project as diabetics.
Yeah, well, that Jardiance has some side effects, frequent urination, dizziness, lightheadedness, possible UTIs,
Oof.
All those types of things, And, and there's the fear of diabetic ketoacidosis.
Yeah, DKA is not fun.
Yeah, so sing away, Dad. Yeah.
Just don't lose your feet.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Now, when women are pregnant, they get hungry, and sometimes they get so ravenously hungry, they, order food and have it brought to the house.
Well, they call it, what is this called? Pregnancy brain?
Pregnancy brain. Yeah. And this woman had a bad case of it. She just, ordered a truck of chiquitas. And 99 bunches of bananas, I believe, is how, or what she ordered. This is what her husband said.
So here I am, minding my own business on this innocent Sunday, and the groceries arrive for just me and my wife, and I find bunches of bananas. My pregnant wife managed to order 99 bunches of bananas. I think we have over 1,200 bananas in this apartment right now. For those of you interested, we'll be selling bananas right from our door here in Brooklyn. Give us a call.
So they have 1,200 bananas, little pregnancy brain there. I think that, they're a good source of potassium, Jeff, and you could probably get them for pennies on the dollar.
It's not pregnancy brain. It was just, if you order food, if you do it on Instacart or whatever, maybe she just put the wrong number in.
So then what did she want, 9?
Yeah, maybe she wanted 9 bananas. And
okay, but how many bananas come on a banana stick?
Well, it all depends.
You're still, that's ordered, to still ordering 45 bananas.
Well, when you go in and get them, some people just want 2 bananas, so they pop them off the thing,
Okay. So maybe she wanted
6,
9 bananas.
Right. Nobody wants 99, and that's up to the person who ordered the food to go, 99 bananas makes no sense.
Right. But they wanted the $1,200. That's a lot of bananas.
Or she wanted 99 bananas, which is booze. Okay.
Oh, you know what? And you know what? Coincidentally, the last interaction that we had with 99 bananas led to a 600-pound man with no pants in the back of our friend's car.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Mommy.
All right. Thanks for that memory.
All right. No problem.
It's time for opening audio here on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. A fun, funny way to start your day on 105.9 The Mountain.
Oftentimes, Australians don't get the credit for being the trendsetters that they are. And
Australians?
Australians, yeah. I'll give you an example. Bluey. Really a trend-setting cartoon. It's a cartoon that parents can watch, but also kids can watch, but we can all enjoy as a family. Mm-hmm. Bluey's fun. They teach lessons.
I don't know what that is.
There's Chili and all the whole cast and characters.
You watch this program?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. I watch Bluey. It's their dogs. They talk. It's whatever. But anyway,
creative.
It's very creative actually. People love Bluey, and they don't get a lot of credit. And here they are again, setting more trends. And, obviously going to the bathroom at work is quite a problem in Australia. They might have bubble guts, but they also get nervous. Mm-hmm. And so they have spent $1.6 million on a campaign to get you to, quote, poo at work.
Well, maybe they'd stop cooking so much stuff on the bobby.
Well, see, that's the thing. The bobby might bind you up.
Is it? What is it? Is it all those blooming onions?
Is it, right, some Fosters?
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they are putting up signs, making commercials, and just little short snippets in between, like shows like Bluey, just quick little couple second things that are like this.
Where does he think he's going? When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Right? So and then you say, okay, that's good. Now, what goes along with that, Jeff, is their slogan. And it says, when in doubt, picture Taylor Swift taking a poo.
Okay. Why?
I guess it's sort of like the whole,
if she can do it, you can do it. Like, we don't think that she goes to the bathroom or something?
Well, I think it's more like when, if you're doing a stage presentation, you're afraid of standing in front of people, imagine everybody naked kind of thing. So it's more like if Taylor Swift can poo or the Hemsworth brothers can poo, you could go to the bathroom at work. So I actually really like this idea, picturing Taylor Swift going to the bathroom in order to help you, stay regular at work.
Okay, yeah. So what do you think? She goes and uses public restrooms? somewhere at work? I'm assuming probably not.
You know
somehow,
what?
Some way.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I bet you, she would have to use a public restroom, and I'll tell you why. Even when she does her concerts, if she were to even go to Madison Square Garden,
I bet you she's got a tour bus parked somewhere, somehow. Underneath in Madison Square Garden. She'll go down if she's got to go.
So you're telling me when she does the go, you don't think she does the go, in like a restroom?
No, because she is the unsuspecting one that completely blows up the bathroom, and
You think she blows it?
Oh, she's the worst of the bunch. Yeah.
You think that's a bathroom blower-upper? She is big, she's 6 foot tall.
She is. So she's in the bathroom, all right, and Rosie's in the other stall trying to tap her foot underneath. Even Rosie would go, Taylor, sheesh, I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Rizzo and Jeff are out and about all the time, and since they get up early, they can be grumpy. That's why we like to throw them a compliment once in a while. Hey, guys, we like how clean your office is, and Jeff's hat's pretty nice. Does he wear a hat? I don't know. Just go with it. Okay, that was hard. More Rizzo and Jeff next on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. Maybe not a good idea, Jeff, if you look for a doctor who, I don't know, maybe does operations via YouTube.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be the way you want to go. And we're talking about it because this was a 15-year-old kid who went in for surgery to remove gallbladder stones, only to find out that the doctor was using YouTube as he was doing the operation as a way to learn how to do the removal of the gallbladder stone. So it's like, when you try to fix something simply on your car and you just go, let me just check this on YouTube real fast. No matter what it might be, probably gallbladder surgery isn't the one that you want to be involved in when somebody's doing that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Here's the situation. This guy was not even a doctor. This guy just said he was because he needed to make some extra cash. So what he said was he set up a storefront that said, and I can't pronounce the last name, Dr. G, let's just say.
Yeah.
And they went in and he says, surgery at discount prices. If you see a sign that says surgery at discount prices, you might want to avoid.
That's like going to get LASIK and then you buy one eye, get the other eye half off.
And buy one, get one, right? Yeah, you might. Listen, peanut butter, that's one thing. Going to a discount doctor, that's probably not the best.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, though. What freaks me out about this story is that this particular doctor went in, cut the person open, Googled, and I want to make sure I have this right. There he is. He Googled how to operate on a gallbladder. He then followed what he said was a, quote, very, very good, knowledgeable medical tutorial. While following this medical tutorial, this 15-year-old, he took out the wrong organ and didn't necessarily make it.
Well, yeah, and the kid died, didn't make it. So whose parents come up with this decision to make this poor kid roll into a storefront?
Well,
okay.
Well,
like it's a cigar shop.
Well, here's the thing.
Right? He's not
look,
going in for Black and Milds here.
I get it. It's not a pack of Newports,
right.
But I will say this: if you could get gallbladder surgery for $1,500 instead of 15 G's,
yeah,
you know
what this sounds like.
What?
Something that I would do, doesn't it?
Oh, you would be like, guess what I just found? You'd be like, I just found surgery. I just found gallbladder surgery, and you'll never guess. They're doing buy 3, get 1 free.
Rizzo, look, I cut it out of the value pack that comes in the mail.
Okay, well, we hope that you're laughing and trying to figure out how these guys come up with this stuff. Truthfully, we don't have a clue, and we don't really want to. The Rizzo and Jeff Show tries hard. Doesn't that count? We'll be right back on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. And Jeff, we have a political weed wizard running for office.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Now, how timely is this when we have everything happening in Cherokee Well, it's 21 and up. You can roll in and get what you need.
You can roll in and roll up.
Yeah, so maybe, this is somebody that we need after watching that beauty of a debate last night.
Oh, I know.
Maybe we need a change. Maybe we need somebody like this woman up there on the debate stage.
Yeah, so here is her campaign ad. And her campaign ad, it's an interesting one, but I like it. It just... I don't know if the gravity bong, I don't know.
Well, listen closely to the end.
Yeah, okay. That's true. All right, listen closely to the end.
My name is Sally Duval, and I'm running for the Texas House of Representatives. They arrest people every day for marijuana possession, but they don't have the funding to test if it's illegal marijuana or a federally legal hemp product. Our laws are confusing and unclear. Texans should have the freedom to consume these products if they want to. You can visit my website to read all about my common sense policy. I'm Sally Duval, and I believe it's high time for change in Texas.
Okay, so she's smoking a gravity bong, and she's coughing.
Wow.
I gotta tell you something, man.
What?
Not often would I advocate for voting for a weed wizard, but I gotta tell you, this weed wizard taking gravity bongs on a campaign ad, more power to you, Miss Duval.
Yeah, Sally Duval. I
gotta tell you.
And you say all the time, like when you see somebody on the street asking for money, if the sign just said need money for weed or crack.
Yeah, just need crack.
Then you get $5. Duval's ahead of the game. Duval's hitting the gravity bomb.
She's asking because if you're in the House of Representative, it says $187,800. So she's basically saying, look, I need 188 G's so I can buy some weed.
Well, look, she just needs to run that simple campaign slogan, all right? If you want to, look, do dabs with Duval, all right?
Dabs with Duval.
If you live in Weaverville, Woodfin, Anka, Black Mountain, Asheville, Fletcher, look, if you can hear this, we're trying our best to help them, and hey, it's gotten better, right? A little? Well, there's some music coming too. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.
Let's say you're doing the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Time for the JNN, brought to you by our good friends at Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They are tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered so they can keep up with you. Visit traininfo.com to find your local and independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train.
The JNN, no longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
Yeah, never forget, and of course, we can't and we won't. 9/11, just a somber day for for folks, of course. That horrific tragedy. We can all remember where we were at on that day.
Yeah.
And
I was actually on a field trip a couple blocks away.
Yeah. And totally, exactly what happened and how it all went down. And it was a horrific thing that changed a lot of our lives, and it changed, how we view a lot of things, and we wondered about our safety and. Oh, man, you remember so much of it. So it's just important that we keep those people that we lost that day in our memory, of course, and never forget them. And, just got to be safe, man. And you never know what could happen again. If that could happen, man, anything could happen. So.
And, there's a place called Trinity Church, and it was a field trip there. And it was just one of those things where you're like, you don't know what's happening. And I mean, this is a news clip as it happened. And I mean, people were, and I remember everyone was like, wait, what's going on? It really took a while to sink in.
It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft. We don't know if it was a private aircraft. We have no idea how many were on board or what the extent of the injuries are right now. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. It would appear that there has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. You are looking at a scene of apparent blast aftermath there is smoke in the air over the Pentagon.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
And I'm glad he's dead, but it is good to remember all those people. I mean, you don't think about it, but I mean, in an instant, thousands of people died. So that was quite a day.
Yeah,
so,
and I was telling you, when that announcement was made, I was at a WWE pay-per-view, and John Cena came out in Florida and was like, we got bin Laden. After it ended, he got to the top of the ramp to leave.
Oh, he said we got bin Laden.
He came. They sent him back down into the arena after the pay-per-view was done to announce, and he was the one that announced it to everybody who was in there because it happened on a Sunday when Obama came out and said it. So,
yeah, I remember that. Wow. Yeah. Either way, it might seem like it was an eternity ago. Some people listening or have kids that don't even remember it or weren't alive or grandkids, but a very important day indeed, and rest in peace to all of them.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering, be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so last night we got the much-awaited presidential debates, and, nobody can decide. We got what Trump is. We got what Kamala Harris is.
Wow.
We got it all wrapped into one beautiful bow. And I think at this point, honestly, and I was telling you this morning, I think we're so close to the election. I really don't even think that the debates are going to change a lot of people's minds at this point where they're headed. But, we got the best of the best. And it's all summed up right here. And what?
It is. In 27 seconds, you want to know what the debate was? Here it was. No matter what side of the aisle you're on.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
You talk about extreme.
And everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. Does that sound familiar?
Well, I think this is so rich, coming from someone who has been prosecuted.
Oh, he's a criminal. And I built it into many, many billions of dollars. Many, many billions. Billions and billions. Hundreds of billions of dollars.
So Donald Trump has no plan for you.
She doesn't have a plan. And it's like 4 sentences.
Let's compare the plans. I have a plan.
I don't care. I couldn't care less. All I can say is I read where that she put out.
Thank you for watching. Good night.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about what you missed.
Yeah, if you decide to go to sleep and not see it, that's about what you got. So if somebody's saying, oh, he lost, she won, vice versa, I think it was right down the middle. This is what we're getting.
Yeah. It is what it is. He said, she said. Right. You made up. You're for one side or the other. I think these are just...
Yeah, at this
they're boring.
Point,
you know what I mean?
Well, we'll see if there's another one. She wanted one right away afterwards. He already agreed to one prior with NBC, so we'll see how that all plays out for sure.
Now, I'll tell you what was fun is back in the day when it was him and that the 17 Republican candidates.
And he lit them all up?
Low energy jab. I mean, he had a nickname for everyone.
Yeah.
That's when they were fun.
You got to give it to him for having all those nicknames. That's like all of us with like 97 passwords to things.
I know.
And then when one of them goes down, like your Facebook, and you go, what the heck is my Facebook and you can't remember.
Right.
And then it takes you 97 steps to reset it. This guy can have nicknames for 500 people and remember everyone.
I know. He was like banging on Ted Cruz's wife. Like, I was like, what's going on here? You know what I mean?
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
All right, so if you had your offer in for 510 Cloud Top Way in Arden, a home that was just sold, you might have missed out on it. It was sold for $8.5 million in a community there.
That's unbelievable to me.
Cloud Top Way, as we take a look at a 4-bedroom, 6-bath, about 7,700 square foot home. And it basically has anything that you could think of, from the views, of course, which are absolutely spectacular.
For that much money.
Yeah, in the Cliffs communities. there, but the fireplaces, the views, like I said, the outside deck, the pools, the wine room, the beautiful wine room, you name it. This house has it, and if you wanted it, I guess your bid wasn't accepted for it, so you're going to have to move on and purchase something else, okay?
Well, see, here's the problem. Did you say it's called the Heathcliffs?
No. I said the Cliffs community, all right?
Oh, no. I was going to say, that ruins it all.
What if it was him, Heathcliff Huxtable, that bought it?
Like, welcome to the Heathcliff? Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the neighborhood, Mr. Cosby.
Rizzo and Jeff have asked that we make an adjustment to the fluffy comment you hear on the show. We will not and stand by it. Those fluffy guys will be back after some free music and a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
Naughty Husbands. It's 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. 7:31. Do you believe that you have a naughty man at home? Maybe a naughty lady. Well, I got to tell you, these are two, and I don't know what's happening with husbands. I don't know what's going on, but these are two naughty husbands. The first, you're going to hear a woman confront her mom regarding her naughty husband. I'll just let the audio speak for itself.
Okay. We not family after today. Clearly, no, we not family. You wasn't my family when you slept with my husband. You wasn't thinking about family then, so don't start thinking about it now. No, you wasn't. That's why I done it. Oh my gosh. She slept with my husband. I want to know why you did it. I just told you. I don't want to hear that. He came over there, he didn't have nowhere to go. We was talking, he laid down, and do you want me to continue? No, why would you do that?
So, basically, this woman's daughter's husband, unfortunately, didn't have a place to go. And so he went over to his mother-in-law's, laid down to take a nap, ended up taking off his pants.
Yeah.
And one thing led to another. And
her mother slept with her husband. How's that for cut and dry for you?
Is that naughty?
Yeah.
I mean, or is that just... I don't understand how that's even a thing.
Well, did she say that she did it for her, or did it for...
She said she did it for family, because she said, so tell me why you did it. And remember...
You wasn't thinking about family then, so don't start thinking about it now. No, you wasn't. That's why I done it.
I was thinking about family, that's why I done it. And then she said...
We was talking, he laid down, and do you want me to continue? No, why would you...
So... He was talking,
yeah.
He laid down, and do you want me to continue? So, apparently the guy just takes his pants off when he lays down.
All right, well, Mama, it seems like he went over there because he wanted Mama to put it down, and Mama put it down.
Well, Mama put it down, and now there's marital discord, and if you think that's a naughty husband, oh, look out, because it's, you think, well, gosh, the mother-in-law is one thing. Well... Then we have a husband who asked his wife for a favor. I'd like to know if you would do this favor, all right? So as you're driving to work and all the things that are going on in your life, imagine if your husband or your wife came up to you and asked you for a favor like this.
I found out last week that my husband has impregnated our babysitter. He now wants me to stay with him and help him raise the child because she doesn't want to be with him and she doesn't want the baby. So it's up to good old wifey to handle everything, to take care of the baby. And of course, I don't want anything bad to happen to the baby, but it's not my baby. It's not my problem. Little does he know that I have already called and paid for a divorce attorney. So that won't be happening. We will be divorced before that baby comes out, as I will not be involved in any of this.
I don't know. Listen. We have naughty husbands, but it takes a special kind of guy to say, hon.
No.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of my fiance, baby hands, and me saying, hey.
I did the almighty, right? Impregnated the babysitter.
I impregnated the babysitter, right. And I need to ask you a favor, sweet pea.
Have a sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I need you to do is I need you to not get mad. I need you to take care of the 18-year-old babysitter's baby because she's too young to have it, but we'll adopt it as our own and stay together. I don't know in what world. Listen, men are dumb. I'll be the first to admit it. We're dumb, but I don't think we're. Are we that dumb?
I
don't know.
This guy seemed to be. And she said she's going for a divorce. I mean, we'll see. We will see.
Well,
anything's possible.
What do you think she's going to raise? Raise the little pawpaw?
raise the little babysitter's pawpaw, huh?
Raise the babysitter's pawpaw?
We will see.
Does your brain hurt? Do you feel confused? Well, we decided we're willing to buy you off. Text LUNCH to 828-240-1059 and you'll be entered to win lunch for you and 10 of your coworkers. Did that buy anyone off? We also have more music and more Rizzo and Jeff show soon on 1059 The Mountain.
Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. Listen, I'm just going to be straight up with you and honest. I have an androgynous car. I don't know what it is. I've been feeling it out for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I usually like to name my cars. I put up a post, a lot of good comments yesterday. It's on the 1059 The Mountain Facebook.
Yeah, and if you don't know what that word is, he's got a unisex car, all right?
A Pat.
Right, and he can't figure out if his new car that he got is a car that's a male car or a female car. And he likes to name his vehicles like he said, but this one really has him in a tizzy.
Yeah, I'm stumped.
Yeah. So, I guess coming back, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the type of car. And Rizzo really needs your help in this. Is this a really manly type of car, or is it quite effeminate? He's kind of confused.
Yeah, listen, it's a story of my life. But we'll talk about it coming back. It's 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock. Go anywhere. I need your help. Are you driving a Honda Civic? It's 1059 The Mountain, Nashville's classic rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. I need your help. Maybe it's just me. Is it weird to name your car?
No, I think a lot of people do it, Rizzo. I think a lot of people do it.
Do you?
No, I don't. Right. But I think a lot of people do.
Well, like my fiance Baby Hands, her car's name's Val, but that makes sense with that car. It's a Nissan Juke. It's kind of rough and tumble.
No,
you know what I mean?
Val is like a suburban house mom that's still trying to be, a mom teen, like a mom teen.
A mom teen.
Yeah, like
a mom teen.
Like still wants to go to the pop shows.
Yeah.
And dress. Shop at, I don't know, Charlotte Russe. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking this. 828-240-1059. I mean, is it weird to name your car? Do you name your car? I mean, I've always named mine. I mean, my last car, my Cadillac, was Betty White, Silver Fox. I mean, it kind of made sense, just kind of clicked. This one, I like the car. I'm just having an issue trying to I don't know if it's a boy. I don't know if it's a girl. I can't name it unless I know the sex of it. Somebody put different tailpipe pictures up, and I can't tell the difference.
Well, explain to folks the car. Talk them through it. Let's work them through it, and then maybe they could help determine if this is a man's car.
Okay.
Or a real, effeminate type vehicle.
All right, so listen, it is a Honda Civic. It's white. It has a sunroof. It's got cloth interior. It's tan on the inside. It's got beautiful tires. It's very clean. Mm-hmm. It's got a working sunroof. I mean, it's got a huge trunk. A lot of junk in the trunk. But to me, I don't know. Like, I can't say, that's a mod. Like, I wanted to go with like a mod or something. But then again, is it a Pete? Right? Like, I mean, I haven't had one person, one way or the other, kind of definitively tell me, what they feel my car is. And every single human being listening has seen a Honda Civic.
Yeah.
Is a Honda or a Honda Civic, is that a male car, a female car? I mean, is it the fact that it's white with a sunroof? I mean, it's got nice curves, but
it's a very Pat kind of scenario,
you know.
And I can't give you a definitive answer here. It's hard for me to give you a definitive answer because I'm not sure. When I sit in it, I'm not sure if I'm a man or a woman.
Well, that's what I'm saying. How do you feel when you're in it?
In the middle.
I'm with you.
Right.
I feel like I'm not quite a manly man, but I also don't feel like a womanly woman.
Right. So
you know?
So is it like when you step out of it at Ingalls that you go, do people look at me and think, oh, what a tough guy? Or do they think, all right, that's got to be his wife's car?
Right. Do they look at me and go, oh, my God, that's Frankie or Pat? Or they look at me and go, oh, man, that's that tough guy Franklin or Patrick?
I know.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, 828-240-1059. We have tickets to the Black Crows. I don't know if anyone has experience with a Civic, perhaps. Maybe experience with naming cars in what I described, a white, big trunk, nice curves, clean sunroof. How would you sex that car?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Yeah.
We're just trying to sex the car.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure this out.
It's not an easy process to go through here. Yeah,
it's on the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page if you want to take a look at it. But, we're having a little bit of a car androgyny problem.
Yeah, if you can assist, do we have a male car or female car? Where are we at here, okay?
Yeah, 828-240-1059.
The thoughts, opinions, and things said on this show, we've chalked up to just a part of their journey. Here's to hoping some good music, and the next thing they talk about is a little better. More music and Rizzo and Jeff show coming up on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Asheville's Classic Rock. I wish you too. If you're just tuning in, Jeff, I got a white Honda Civic. I'm trying to sex it. I don't know if it's a man. I don't know if it's a woman. James is on the phone. We'll talk to him in a minute. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I ride in it when we go to get coffee, and I'm not sure if I just want to get my cold brew or do I want to get some kind of latte. I'm not sure when I'm in the car.
Right. Yeah. It's tough. I mean, listen, 828-240-1059. There are so many people on the phone. Is it a man? Is it a woman? What should I name it? I'm saying it because I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Let's go to James. James, good morning. 105.9 The Mountain, the Rizzo and Jeff show. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think the car defines the person. I got a little car, and the only reason I drive a car is I can't afford a truck.
Okay, but I mean, how do you sex it? I mean, I got a Civic here. It's got curves. It's got junk in the trunk, but it's also manly at times. I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should put some, straps on it or something.
Some what?
Stripes.
Stripes. Okay, racing stripes.
Racing stripes. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm not sure anybody's buying racing stripes on a white Honda Civic.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I put, and I appreciate your call, Jimmy. Maybe I put, I don't know, what is that? The wing on the back?
A wing on the back?
Well,
what are you,
listen,
17?
I got the great Murdaco here.
Going to buy a head unit at Best Buy?
Good morning, the great Murdaco. What do you think here, huh?
Hey, man, attitude will spur you on. Sometimes it's not what the car is, it's what it isn't, and you accentuate the opposite. So what you need to do, like, for example, get yourself a novelty license plate. And then when you drive this thing, pull it into a parking lot of Ingalls or whatever, like it's a Lamborghini. Park sideways, catty corner, take up like 4 spaces, get out and walk backwards looking at it. But when you pull up, you blast Panama.
Oh, like by Van, right?
Yeah.
Are you saying like I'll do I'll jump over like a bridge that's opening and right at that guitar solo where it does that riff, one of the greatest riffs when it goes do 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 do.
Absolutely, man.
Right there, just do it like so. It's all about the attitude.
Well, it's all optics, is what you're saying, Murdaco. It's all the optics,
and attitude, and then just. Emphasizing even what it's not, and then that becomes the novelty.
Let me ask you, if I throw Lambo doors on it, right? It's $200 to get the screws. I pay a guy maybe another $200. I put $400 in. I got Lambo doors on the front. They go up. Does that add to the attitude?
Absolutely, and then that's all the more reason when you can get out and like look at people like, hey, don't park near my car.
That's right. This is my Civic, bro. I like the Murdocos.
With all this money you're putting into a little Honda Civic, you could have bought yourself a Lamborghini. Jesus.
You know what, Murdoch? I think attitude. So attitude defines the sex. You're saying. So if I treat it like a manly man who just don't care, it's a manly man. But if I treat it like Martha Stewart, it's a Martha.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's not a Lamborghini, but you drive it like it is, and that becomes the novelty.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
somebody says, hey, I need to run to the store. Like, no, you can't take the Lambo. You can't take Panama.
Yeah.
You're right. You can't take Panama. You know what?
Murdocho, nice try. Thanks.
The Murdoch. Great, Murdoch. Listen, thank you so much for calling. I really appreciate it, okay?
All right, man.
All right, hey, you have a good day. 828-240-1059. I can't believe all the people who are calling. There's so many more people on the phone coming up. I think we got Renee coming up. We got Ryan coming up, who I think saw me at a pizza party.
Kelly's coming up.
So don't go anywhere. We're trying to sex my Honda Civic, and we don't know how to do it. 828-240-1059. Here's a little cheap trick. We'll be right back. It's 105.9 The Mountain Nashville's Classic Rock. It is 105.9 The Mountain Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff show. It is 8:12, and Jeff, if you're just tuning in, there's so many people on the phone, it's unbelievable. We're trying to sex my car. What does that mean? We're trying to decide if it's a man or a woman. It seems so androgynous to me.
Yeah, it is it's a four-door white Honda Civic. Yeah. That really doesn't have too many things that tell you, oh man, look at this. This is a female car. You look at it and you go, yeah, man drives this. It's kind of right down the middle. It's very unisex. There's a picture of it up if you want to go to the 105.9 The Mountain Facebook page. So if you want to participate in the conversation here, you can kind of see the car to give you an idea. But a lot of people on the Facebook seem to be heading the female way with it.
Really?
Cindy the Civic. Gambling Gert or Gertie, meaning that it's like, like an older woman that goes to the casinos would drive it. A Peggy Sue, somebody called it.
A Peggy Sue.
Peggy Sue, yeah.
Well, I tried to get a little inspiration from the commercial for the car.
There are a lot of questions you need to ask yourself when buying a new car. Is leasing or financing still available? Is it dependable? How good is the resale value? Fortunately, we have the answer to all of these. The best overall value in its class. The Civic. Honda. Simple.
Lease a 2009 Honda Civic for $189 a month for well-qualified customers.
Now, here's the situation. The fact that Kevin Spacey did that commercial didn't help. But I got to be honest with you, that didn't help me none.
Here's the car. Simple. Right? And that's it. That's all you get out of it. It's nothing. It's still...
And this is not talking bad about it. I just don't know what to name it, But we have Kelly, we have Renee, we have Ryan, just to name a few. So let's just get to the phones. Kelly, good morning. What do you think here, huh?
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Trying to sex my Civic. What do you think about it here, huh?
Female.
Why?
A white Honda Civic, a female car.
Why do you say that?
Because I feel like Mustangs, like Dodge Scat Packs, that cars like that, that's fast, are like manly cars.
Okay, so you think it's because it's not fast.
In my opinion, yes.
Okay, I mean, if you saw me get out of it, even with the sunroof, the sunroof makes it kind of cool, right?
Not manly cars.
Yeah, if he picked you up on a date, you'd be like, "What's going on here?"
Probably.
Yeah. All right. Hang on for 1 second, Renee. I appreciate it. All right, come on. 105.9 The Mountain. Good morning. What do you think here? Hello.
Hi, good morning. I think I drive a white Honda CR-V, so I know what you're going through. And I also named my cars. We just named that one the Honda.
Okay.
Because the name didn't. A name didn't float up to the top, but I think it's not a pretentious car. It's smart. It's good looking, but it's not flashy.
It's
but you can't figure out if it's like it's very much unisex, like you said. You're kind of in the middle,
right? But I think it could go as like a tomboy, like you know, a female tomboy name. Jenny comes to mind.
Yeah, Jenny. Okay, I like Jenny.
Or you're saying somebody that, you know, could have possibly purchased tickets to see Melissa Etheridge this weekend is what you're saying.
Maybe, yeah,
Maybe.
sure.
Okay, so you have your white Honda. You named it the Honda?
We just call it the Honda. Yeah, the name didn't really present itself.
It's hard. It's really hard. Do me a favor. Hang on. It's brilliant insight. I really appreciate it. One more here. Ryan, good morning. What's up, man?
Morning. How you guys doing?
Doing all right. How do I sex this Honda here, man?
Well, with that description, white car, junk in the trunk, nice curves, you got to go with Betty White.
Okay, see, now my last car was Betty White. I feel like it would be blaspheme. Or should I mean, should I just say forget it because she's such an icon?
I go with it. But yeah, you know, that's the way I would go. You can't beat that name.
You know what? You're absolutely right. I appreciate it. Do me a favor. Hang on for just 1 second. Don't go anywhere, guys. More of the Rizzo and Jeff show coming up. How do I sex this car? Okay. I mean, listen, nobody's giving me an answer. None. 828-240-1059. More of your calls and comments coming up next.
We get it. We're new. So it's time for you to sound off on the Rizzo and Jeff show. Let us have it. What do you want to say to us? What do we need to know? Call now. 240-1059. Coming up on 1059 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mount Nashville's Classic Rock. Trying to sex my Civic here. And Dave Hoyt, you know, we rely on him for a lot of good information, Jeff.
Yeah. Meaning that we're trying to figure out if your car is a male car or a female car. We're in this thing where we think it's unisex. We're so all over the place. We need help.
Yeah, Dave, what do you got here for me, my friend?
Is it a hatchback or a sedan?
It's a four-door sedan. It's a sedan, yeah. 4 doors.
Yeah. That's definitely a boy's car.
Okay, what makes you say that? You seem so certain, Dave.
That was just back when they were new. You know, everybody wanted one of those things.
So I mean, doesn't the color affect it? I mean, it's got a lot of trunk. It's pretty. It's got a sunroof. I mean, you know, we had one guy say it was about attitude. You know, and I just don't know where to go here. I mean, Jeff and I are good at feeling things out, and we don't know if it's a Rosie or a Ryan.
No, I'll tell you what you got to do. There's a company here in town that did some work on my car.
Okay.
It's called Camel Black. And he does wraps.
Okay.
But he can do stripes and all kinds of cool stuff. He designs all his own graphics.
Wow. So maybe you put a Rizzo and Jeff thing on it. 1059 The Mountain thing.
I was going to get maybe like the Seattle skyline for the show Frasier.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could definitely do something like that. I had him do one of those banners on my windshield. It's really cool. It didn't cost a lot.
Wow. See that? So you're convinced that this is a man's car right here. This is a manly man's car.
Yeah, you saw so many of them that were souped up and had wheels on them. And,
should I soup it? Do you think I should soup it, Dave?
Don't soup. You're gonna sink a lot of money into this. Don't soup. De-soup.
You don't think I should
put a good muffler on it?
All right, so muffler, man, people really want the racing stripes around here. So what's it called again? This place?
Camo Black.
Camo Black. Okay, all right. I'm gonna look up Camo Black, see what's going on. I'm gonna say Dave Hoyt sent me, and I want you to soup.
Yeah, the guy's name is John.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you what, Dave. I appreciate you your patience and waiting and giving us a call here, adding to this. So a boy, I got another vote for a boy. All right, Dave. Well, while
he's right down by Irwin School.
Well, listen. While you're here, Dave, real quick, I got like 10 seconds. What do you think about a name? Throw one out.
Moby.
Well, if that isn't the most androgynous of names, I love. Thanks, Dave.
Right.
Appreciate you, buddy.
That's a big androgynous.
Yes, it is. 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. 105.9 The Mountain's phone lines are officially broken. I have been trying to figure out the sex of my Civic to give it a name. I don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Everyone's telling me Peggy Sue. From Peggy Sue to Niles. Baby Ann's wanted me to call it Niles. I mean, we have people, saying all kinds of things from, androgynous names to Chris.
Well, we had
somebody said, act like you have a Lamborghini.
We had somebody that called and said, look, we have a car that's a Honda CRV. We're in the same boat as you are.
But we
don't
call
know
it the Honda.
We call it the Honda because we don't know where to go with it when it comes to a name. Yeah, it seems to be a struggle for people.
It's causing quite the consternation here in the 828. And we might not, I'd like to maybe at least try to test the waters on a Pawpaw because I don't even know what that is. I'm reading about it now. So let's do this. We have Josh and then we have Todd. These are going to be our final two on how to sex this car. But I do hope that by the end of this, we kind of have a gauge on where we're going to go. So I think Josh is up first. Josh, good morning. What do you think here? You've heard all these people. Where's your head at, Josh?
Well, first of all, I think you're barking up the wrong tree. You're really after a name for your vehicle.
Okay.
And trying to get your car is proving difficult because your car doesn't have a second. I think you've already come to that conclusion. But I think a better pathway to naming your car is to look at its cultural relevance. So your car is boring.
It's white, yeah.
Boring car. It doesn't have a lot of description. It doesn't have a lot of flair. If your car was a person, it's the man or the woman that goes to the office every day looking exactly the same.
Right.
You don't really know who they are. That person has a personality, and it's yours to define. That person could be the funniest person in the office. It could be Jerry Seinfeld, Sarah Silverman.
Right.
Or it could be Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
Okay, all right. Sarah Silverman or Jeffrey Dahmer, so a killer or comedian. That is true.
Yeah.
That's true. You never know. So it's up to me to define the character of the car.
It really is. Now, there is another path you could take, and that's satirical. So if you remember, like the Looney Tunes cartoons when you were a kid, the dogs. Had the big bad bulldog, was sort of the goofy guy, and then you had the sort of pipsqueak dog that was really the tough one. And his name was always something like Killer or Spike.
Yes.
So you do have an opportunity to go satirical. So, I mean, you could name the car Arnold Schwarzenegger, something that's clearly not. Or, on the same side, you could think of the sexiest woman that you can possibly imagine. Maybe like a Famke. Exotic, beautiful. It's obviously satire, but, well.
You know what? I like the way that you're thinking.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call. You know what I mean? For me, I might go Pepe Le Pew.
There's so many things here. This is deeper than we really thought it was.
You guys are... Wow. Maybe Todd can shed some light on this. I don't know. Todd, what do you got here?
I think you should name it Pat, after the old Saturday Night Live skit. You remember that?
Oh, it's Pat?
It's Pat, yeah. One of our favorites. Androgynous Pat, with Chris. I mean, I know all about it. Yeah. So
that way you don't have to go either way.
Yeah, look, you can use whatever bathroom you want. I mean, everything's good for you at this point,
I mean, but then am I the guy with the androgynous car in town? Am I like Mr. You know what I mean? Like everyone's going to know me as Mr. Androgyny car.
It is Asheville.
Yeah,
no,
well,
you're right.
Say weird, right?
That's pretty cut and dry there, huh?
It's pretty cut. So you think I should just say, forget about it, call it Pat, put a black curly wig on it, throw on
some glasses.
Throw on some glasses and a blue button down and just get in the car and go out.
I think that would work for you.
Wow.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? You're not too far off, my friend.
Yeah, you're worrying so much. Maybe you just go Pat.
Maybe I'm just a Pat.
Yep.
You know what? That's the way to go. Todd, hang on for just 1 second. That's the way. That's it. You know what? I was going to go Melissa, but we're going Pat.
You're going to Pat this party?
Pat. You know what? Unless I'm convinced otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, Rizzo's brand new Honda Civic, it's Pat.
Catch them cruising in Pat.
From the latest viral guests to driving school buses and having conversations about all the craziness that happens in the 828. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will now be adopting the moniker Stay Weird. Wait a minute, can they do that? More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
What is a pawpaw? 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Jeff, do you have any idea what a pawpaw is? You Googled it.
Well, I had never heard of it before, I had seen this. And Googling it, knowing that it's kind of native to North Carolina, it's a plant that it's kind of a fruit, pawpaw fruit that you could get here if you pick them yourself. They're not really sold.
So you don't go to the Ingles and buy a pawpaw?
No, I could totally be wrong, but it's you could get them. They have like a festival, I think, over in on the East Coast
in Winston-Salem.
Yeah, okay, all right.
It looks like.
All right, but other than that, I don't know too much about a pawpaw. I guess they're saying it's like a mix of a mango, banana, and a hint of a tangy passion fruit. That doesn't sound bad at all.
So there was somebody who went to, who a parent of somebody who goes to my son. I call him the Bambine if you don't know his school, and they offered us pawpaws.
Well, I get, like I said,
I was like. No.
Where are you going to put your hands?
Where are you going to put your pawpaw?
Right.
So I found a little audio about a pawpaw, but does this describe it?
This is a pawpaw, the largest fruit native to North America. The fruit usually ripens around mid to late September. You won't find them in stores, so if you want to get one, you'll have to head to the forest. You might be able to find some pawpaws at your local farmer's market, but your best chance might be foraging yourself. The green fruit supposedly tastes like a mixture of a banana and a mango and has a custard-like texture.
Custard-like texture, banana, mango, and you have to forage in the woods for a pawpaw?
Here's the thing. Look, I'm not adverse to fruit, okay, by any
lot
stretch,
of work,
but
bro.
I'm not foraging
for
a pawpaw,
right?
I'm sure it's delicious. I'm sure you could use it in pies.
Pawpaw pie? They don't have pawpaw pies.
Well, look, use your imagination. But if you would like, you could have pawpaw cookies.
Pawpaw cookies?
Ice cream, whatever you want to put.
Well, if it's got a custard-like texture as it is, how can you pawpaw pie or pawpaw cookie? It'll melt.
You could, look, I don't know, but I'm just assuming that you could do those kind of things. Anything with a custard-like texture,
So I mean, was I wrong to turn down that parent? Because, like, I wasn't trying to not make friends. We're trying to make friends with people that have kids. But like, would refusing a pawpaw, was I right to do that?
Know what you could have did there?
What I've done?
See, you refused the pawpaw.
I refused the pawpaw.
Now. The parents talk. You know how it is. Parents, you can get catty at schools.
Yeah,
no, they talk and they go, the big radio guy turns down the pawpaw.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him rolling up in his unisex car. His it's Pat. He's pulling in this guy in a white Honda Civic. Can't figure out if it's a male or a female, and he turns down our pawpaws? Please.
Rizzo and Jeff are the only show in the 828 that you'll see out everywhere. It's like they won't go away. Make sure you have us on all socials and download the podcast on whatever platform you use by searching Rizzo and Jeff in the morning. More of the show is next after a quick break on 105.9 The Mountain.
It is 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, and the JNN brought to you by Train Heating and Cooling Systems. They're tested, retested, engineered, and re-engineered to keep up with you because we run together. Visit traininfo.com to find your local independent train dealer. That's traininfo.com because it's hard to stop a train. Now to the Informer.
The JNN, no longer Asheville's newest, but still least reliable news outlet. Guys, can't we just tell them to go to 828news.com? All right, fine. The JNN Jeff News Network is ready to inform, enlighten, and, well, keep trying anyways. The JNN is on 105.9 The Mountain now.
Yeah, today, somber day in a sense, but what we want to do is just keep the memory alive of all the people that we lost on that horrific day where we absolutely, every one of us remembers exactly where we are in that moment. what we were doing, who we spoke to, where we were at, how we were feeling on 9/11. What a wild, crazy, and sad time that was for a lot of people. So, keeping all those people in mind. And it was so great. Like at the time when it was all unfolding.
Can you believe that was 23 years ago? That was almost a quarter century ago. And I remember I was on a field trip at Trinity Baptist Church, which if you look, it's literally like 8 blocks away. And I mean, to think that was a quarter century ago, Jeff, is stunning. And to be as, to see and hear that kind of carnage, it's just crazy. So they absolutely deserve to be remembered. It was a terrible day for everyone. Everyone knows where they were. It's like when the Challenger blew up,
Yeah, and it was crazy. And, nobody knew what was happening at the moment. And then, the realization, I think, kind of set in for people when the second plane, hit the tower.
And if it's the first plane hits, they didn't know what it was, and the second plane hits, but then the Pentagon hits. And this is Bryant Gumbel, and he kind of comes to this realization, and then it kind of culminates in this 11-year manhunt for this monster.
It's 8:52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand
First
that
one
there
hit
has
at
been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that. We don't know if it was a commercial aircraft. We don't know if it was a private aircraft. We have no idea how many were on board or what the extent of the injuries are right now. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon. It would appear that there has been another major explosion, this one in the nation's capital. You are looking at a scene of apparent blast aftermath. There is smoke in the air over the Pentagon.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden, who's responsible for the murder of thousands of innocent men, women, and children.
And let's not forget Schnecksville, Pennsylvania, either. The brave men and women that took their own lives to save, wherever that plane was going. It's just a crazy, crazy thing.
Yeah,
So.
not forgotten for sure.
Absolutely. It's definitely a sad day.
What? Are we still doing this? Really? Wow. Okay. The JNN is puttering. Be it around the 828, out in Canton, being lapped by silver sneakers at the French Broad River, or just rereading news by reputable news sources. The JNN is on your radio now on 105.9 The Mountain.
So, there's been a lot of talk about the reboot of the show The Office, which is on all the time.
Yeah.
All throughout the day. All weekend long. We all get caught up sometimes in that.
You got to have Carell.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. So there is a newspaper that kind of shadowed what the show was going to be about. So they were, because of course they're what they're calling a mockumentary of the show, and it's going to be called The Paper. And there was a newspaper in California that spilled the beans on some of the actors and people that were going to be in it. And nobody from the original show. There's just nobody from the original show, and they're running through all these people that are going to be in it. Some of these people, I have no clue who they are. There was some guy that was on American Vandal, a guy that was on Poker Face.
Wait. So nobody from the not even Ricky Drew, not a special guest, not even. I mean, what's Creed doing? What's the guy? Although the guy's making millions on TikTok.
Yeah,
Bumgardner, whatever his name is, Brian Bummy.
No, it's not TikTok. It's Cameo.
Oh, Cameo. That's it.
Yeah, but these people, I don't know. I don't know Chelsea Frey. Do you know Chelsea? Do you know Melvin Gregg?
Melly Gregg? Yeah, I went to school with Melly. Melly's good.
Ramona Young?
Yeah, Ramona Young. Yeah, she's a good friend.
I don't know Ramona. So, so that's it's gonna be at a
They wrote that song about her, Moni Moni.
All right, I'm sure they did. The mockumentary, so, well,
Isn't it a mockumentary anyway?
I guess.
It's a mockumentary of a mockumentary?
Yeah, I guess, it's a show about a show.
Can't we just come up with new ideas?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll just come up with a new idea for a show one day.
Yeah, don't say something. Don't be like, we're going to come up with a show about radio or something and what goes on behind the scenes.
Actually, it would actually be something about how what it's like to be me. Like you follow me around.
Yeah, what it's like to be a grown man driving an androgynous car. around town.
We've asked them to stop, but they just keep making it worse. So we pick and choose our battles. The Jeff News Network, or as you might know it, the JNN, is on your radio, limping like it's anchored to the finish line. We promise it'll all be over soon, and then back to some music on 105.9 The Mountain.
A single Mega Millions ticket was sold. And it happened in Sugarland, Texas.
Oh, sugar.
Matched all 6 numbers for the Mega Millions, which reached $800 million. There is a grand prize winner, of course, for that. You're going to take home a little over $400 million, so half of that puppy's gone. 7th largest jackpot in the game's history. And there's also 4 tickets that match 5 of the numbers. They're worth $1 million in Cali and Florida, New York and Washington, but nothing here in the great state of NC.
Well, I'll tell you what. The good thing about that is whoever won could potentially be represented by this very special woman.
My name is Sally Duval, and I'm running for the Texas House of Representatives. They arrest people every day for marijuana possession, but they don't have the funding to test if it's illegal marijuana or a federally legal hemp product. Our laws are confusing and unclear.
Here comes the gravity bomb.
Should have the freedom to consume these products if they want to. You can visit my website to read all about my common sense policy. I'm Sally Duval, and I believe it's high time for change in Texas.
And the winner was Mike Duval, Sandy's husband. Get ready. Weed pouring into Texas, everybody. Yeah.
Text a message to Rizzo and Jeff now to 828-240-1059.
A clean death. It's 105.9 The Mount Asheville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Make sure to clean your dead, at least according to the Indonesians. The Indonesians are removing bodies from family members, of course, from their resting places annually, so they can be spruced up, given new clothes. It's part of a tradition, and they're saying that this really keeps them close and connected to their loved ones. And that brings us to...
Rizzo really can't let him have one thing? Really? No, I'm not reading this. It's time for the news you may have missed. They did this? Fine. It's time to razzle dazzle on the Rizzo and Jeff Show. Yeah, we have no idea what it means either, so just go with it. Rizzo's Razzle Dazzle is on 105.9 The Mountain.
Part of this sprucing up, razzling or dazzling of sorts, is they take their loved ones out of their resting places, stand them up outside of the house to, quote, stand guard. As a matter of fact, here, I'll just turn this over to...
We're going in depth here. Oh, that's a corpse. That came right out of a casket, it seems.
Came right out of a
wow,
casket. They redressed her.
Redressed her.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
You know, they put the smile on.
Yeah. No, I don't think the smile is on. I just think that's the skin on the face that has disappeared, and that's the chompers. Nice teeth, though. I gotta tell you. Taking a look at her, nice teeth. Yeah. So that's what they do in Indonesia.
They are nice chompers. Now, here's the thing. What they also do is sometimes, as the skin obviously deteriorates, what they do is they like to remold. So there's Grandpa.
Clay.
There's Grandpa.
There's Grandpa. With the grandkids are joining in on reclaying Grandma. It seems
the reclaying, and they put a nice hat on it, spruce up the hat, and glasses. Look at these pants here, this belt. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to expand this tradition. They say that it brings you closer to your loved ones, and you can see them. And oftentimes, if something happens in an accident or whatnot, they think that keeping them up, quote unquote, with the times is a way to also visit, like this lady who passed 30 years ago, but gets a new blouse every year.
Yeah, well, look at her. Looks like all the bugs did their job, but I gotta tell you.
I mean, her hair looks great.
Yeah.
They redo the hair.
Quite the comb over. Yeah, I'm going to tell you. So that's what they do in Indonesia, huh?
That's what they do. I mean, and he's just giving her a little rub down there, a little scalp massage.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
make sure bones aren't brittle.
Oh, they say the villagers are seen posing with their ancestors, who hold dry paper-like I guess signs as messages, and they put messages in for the year to kind of keep them, excited and ready to see them next year.
Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me make a note. Jot this down. We're going to put Indonesia on Jeff's no-fly list. Not
really?
going there.
That's a shame because it's coincidental that in what did make the show some of the cheapest countries to visit, with Myanmar is Indonesia.
Oh, is it really?
It is.
Well, let's see if I can come back with something like that in my luggage. See how that works out, huh?
Okay, they are windbags, so it's time for another inhaler break. We told you they were fluffy. More of the Rizzo and Jeff Show is next on 105.9 The Mountain.
Nacho cheese? Don't you touch it on 105.9 The Mountain, Nashville's Classic Rock, the Rizzo and Jeff Show, because let me tell you, you touch somebody else's nacho cheese. You might not be alive. Somebody might be dressing up your corpse.
It's turning into a real slobber knocker. I'm telling you. All right.
A Las Vegas gas station worker is being accused of beating somebody senselessly with a bat for taking too much nacho cheese. And that, by the way, brings us to...
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Hold on to your britches.
A gas station convenience store worker is facing attempted murder and battery charges after allegedly getting into a fight with a customer over nacho cheese. This is Myron Bully, and the fight took place early last Tuesday morning at an Arco on Rainbow and Russell. He told police that a customer wanted nacho cheese but allegedly broke the dispenser. That victim didn't want to leave, so he allegedly pushed him out before hitting the victim with a bat several times. That victim suffered several injuries to the head and the brain. Bully is in custody and facing $10,000 bail. He's due back in court September 25th.
Okay, so the guy took a little too much cheese, broke the nozzle, and the guy beat him with a bat till he almost died.
You know, this is like the 7-Eleven thing. You know, you go in, you're making your own dog, or they have the chips, where you get the chip, tortilla chips, and then you put the cheese on there. Who cares? It's fake processed
Well, apparently,
cheese.
by the way, it is true. His name is Bully.
It's what?
Bully, B-U-L-L-Y.
Bully.
Myron Bully. So I guess, you go to Bully's nacho cheese convenience store, you get 2 squirts. You squirt more than that. It is, you're going to get bat to the dome.
Don't over squirt around Bully.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Did he do it? Did it again? Did he? And that was $100 million. That's just the beginning. But to his victims, alleged victims as of now, but Diddy was convicted and is now on the hook for at least $100 million. It's going to probably go up. I'm sure he'll eventually go to jail like R. Kelly. But my question is, where is Reginald VelJohnson's money?
Well, first off, Reginald got what he wanted. What he showed up for from Diddy. I don't think he wanted the cash, but I saw he was selling his house, the one in Beverly Hills, for $60+ million. So he's got to take care of some of that money that he owes there. But don't worry about RVJ.
I was just going to say, Carl Winslow. Where's his chunk of change?
And I'll tell you what, if you have no idea what we're talking about, just Google Carl Winslow and P. Diddy, and you'll get your education for the day. Okay. Go ahead, Google it.
Rizzo and Jeff tried to do their work today, but just couldn't quite get it done. So here's where they try to cram it all in at the end. It's what didn't make the show on 105.9 The Mountain.
Well, I guess if you're just tuning in, you had missed Razzle Dazzle, which is where Indonesian people are dressing up their deceased relatives and digging them out of the ground and changing them annually. I put together a list because Jeff is cheap. And I figured maybe I could give Jeff 3 or 4 vacation spots to go to that are the most affordable in the world, Jeff, even cheaper than traveling to a different state. Let's start off with Indonesia. You said you're out on that. That's number 4.
Yeah, digging up your family members and redressing them after a year. Yeah, I'm going to pass. Next.
Okay, how about this? What about Croatia?
I don't know much about the Croatia.
A little dirty, a little chilly, but you can have some fun in Crow.
It's in the Balkans, right? Croatia. That's about all I know about Croatia. Isn't that like Austria?
When I think of Croatia, I just think of it's all right. Just
hop, skip, and a jump from Italy.
Yeah, all you got to do, just think about it. It's cheap to go there. You might, have some fun. You could turn $100 into a whole week.
All right.
Number 2, Vietnam.
Heading to Asia.
Don't know if you want to go to Ho Chi Minh City, but boy, if you do, $1 goes a long way.
Okay. All right. Keep that in mind.
Ho Chi Minh's fun. North or South Vietnam, your choice.
Okay. I'll think about it. Okay.
All right. And finally, the number 1 cheapest place in the world to go to is Burma/Myanmar, the violent military dictatorship. Even though you could lose your life, very affordable, very beautiful, lots of historic landmarks. You just have to watch out for the military police and being assassinated for being anti-government.
For breathing?
Well, breathing. You're not allowed to read. You can't bring your phone. You can't really take pictures. You can't really talk to anyone or they'll kill you. So you just got to kind of go and enjoy the sights. But boy, for what is it? $177. You could spend 11 days in a suite in downtown Burma.
Well, you know what? I'll keep it in mind. And if I go there, I'll just be careful that I don't wind up locked in a cage in the jungle. I'll make sure everything's all right. All right, to Burma.
Yeah, right to Burma you go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are the things that you missed. So
and Dave Grohl had a
he had a baby out of wedlock.
He had a baby out of wedlock. So surprise.
Surprise. Yeah, say it.
Well, that was something. At this point, something is the bar we're shooting for, so we've reached it. What do you expect? You get what you get. The Rizzo and Jeff Show will be back on 105.9 The Mountain.